BBC, inspiring Uganda.
Across classrooms and lecture halls, smartphones are redefining the learning experience, bridging the gap between teachers, learners and parents through digital connection, research and innovation. These pocket-sized devices have become the new classroom companions, opening doors to knowledge beyond the traditional chalkboard. At the Digital Skills Factory, Chief Executive Officer Anne believes smartphones have become essential for research, online trade, financial inclusion, and lifelong learning. She stresses that access must be made affordable for both teachers and students.
So there's a lot of ways that we can use a smartphone. So let's start by making sure that the head teachers and the teachers are aware of 21st century teaching and learning and 21st century skills that we need for employment, because those are the things that will drive this country to the next stage.
Sometimes you use the smartphone to make research about the content you are going to teach. You know, information keeps on changing. But with the smartphone, you research, you teach current and updated work. To exchange different study materials, you can connect the phone to the projector and use it in teaching. You can also use the smartphone if you are, like you are doing an audio lesson, a listening lesson. You go, you record, then you pray, and the children can answer questions afterwards. We also have different WhatsApp groups for parents. Like each class has a WhatsApp group for the parents, so that in case there is any communication, we communicate to the parents about the school activities. Schools should put in place Wi-Fi so that teachers can easily access internet, so that they can carry out the research and use the smartphones.
Other things that can be done is financing schemes. The other part is manufacturing in the country.
At Victoria University, Vice Chancellor Dr. Lawrence Mugangas champions the smartphone as a tool of academic empowerment, a portable library that connects learners to the world.
I want us to look at a smartphone as a learning tool. When it comes to educating a Ugandan child, really government should step in. Government should support these institutions. When we are importing this equipment, maybe we need to be exempted taxes. Lift that burden from us and let us use the limited resources we have to have as much equipment as possible. So even those people who are selling to education institutions, please provide them with subsidies such that they can sell those equipment to us cheaply or on an affordable kind of price. Once you become digitally competent, it's like speaking a language. We have Ugandans who can speak very good English, but digitally they are not competent. So no, and yet, if they had those two, Ugandans are good people. So if they had those two, plus their character, it means we become affordable labor for United States, affordable labor for Canada, affordable labor for Europe. If we complement what we bring from those countries to this country, and then we complement it with the coffee we grow, with the animals we raise, we become a developed country.
The director of e-learning Uganda, Alex Mokama, says the journey toward digital transformation begins with the teachers. Working with the Ministry of Education, efforts are underway to retool educators and integrate digital learning into the national curriculum.
If the government can come up with a policy and say these smartphones can be introduced in a home and a school, they can be able to reduce the taxes. They give maybe tax holidays or something like that, so that this is an affordable tool for every home, for children to be able to work with their teachers even when they are not at school.
At Kampala Quality Primary School, pupils like Arinitwe Blessing and Jamim are already part of the digital shift.
I use the phone for receiving work, sending it back to my teacher for entertainment and chatting with my friends. When I'm sending work, when the teacher gives me work, I write it, I give the answers, then I send back the work. The teacher can say, or I can research for the answers of the work.
If they give you work on papers, papers can get spoiled easily, they can get lost, they can even get wet. But if you get to work on phones, it can easily be kept there, it can be kept for future use, it won't get spoiled and it won't get lost.
Dear parents, appreciate the convenience, staying connected to schools, receiving updates instantly.
The smartphone has actually helped me, access education materials, for my child, in a bit of helping them, do their homeworks, and also ease basically communication between myself, my child, and the school.
A smartphone can be used by a teacher or an IT person as a teaching material, as a learning aid. You can use it to illustrate to students when you are maybe teaching about communication devices, such as the modern communication means of communication, such things. So it can be used by a teacher as a learning aid.
For university students like Erich Masela and Mujuni Kasim, smartphones are indispensable for academic research, online lectures, and digital collaboration.
With Victoria University, it's a hybrid kind of learning. We have both physical classes and we have also online classes. So when I'm not available at campus physically, when I'm in a taxi or maybe I'm at my workplace, I'm able to access the classes using the phone. I can just log into my VClass, which is the learning app that we use, and then I attend my lectures.
They say affordable internet and reduced taxes on smartphones could help most students benefit from digital learning.
I would come to say that really that a smartphone is a necessity for every student, despite a university or primary or secondary. So I urge the government to come to say that the use of a smartphone is more than a communication tool, but it takes a responsibility in enhancing one's education.
Meanwhile, the Guild President of Victoria University, Emanuela Aruha, believes that embracing smartphones in education will accelerate digital transformation, ease student management, and promote innovation across campuses.
I can make any form of payment for my tuition, I can attend any class, I can submit any form of an assignment, talk about coursework, talk about examination, and life has been made much more easier. The economy of Uganda, much as I'm in education, is looking into that direction of digitalizing, and therefore things like these, tools like this, can be made easier so that we can make communication with ease, do research and all other things that we wish to do on our mobile phones.
From primary classrooms to university lecture halls, smartphones are no longer luxury gadgets. They are the new engines of learning, innovation, and opportunity. As Uganda advances towards a digital economy, experts agree lowering smartphone costs, improving internet access, and empowering teachers will shape a smarter, more connected generation.
As he used to speak for over an hour, and then he says, I have abrogated the Constitution.